It's 1347 and it's the same date of June 2023. This is for the interest of those perverting my privacy or misconstruing any facts regarding my position in society or the crimes of those that have been imposing and intruding upon me. There are people that have been quite rude and disrespectful with regard to women's rights, and unfortunately, I can't speak on behalf of other women, but I will speak on behalf of my recovery advocacy with regard to the very high level of offence I'm experiencing that isn't safe for those that are perverting my privacy and living off legislation and land that is legally mine. So, in the best interest of those perverting my privacy and disrespecting my church and my child and the constitution of my forefathers, I might advise you to be very careful about recommitting any offences putting Garda Síochána children at risk. I'm very aware of the fraudulence in the entertainment scene, the arts scene, etc., in and around this country for the past few years now, and as a consequence of my recovery advocacy, that risk and offence that was being caused to the arts, the heritage, and the culture by frauds offending me. That was addressed, but they're at it again. They've raised their heads, and they're still risking and causing offence basically, and they don't seem to be learning the lessons about anything. So my phone is being violated. My privacy is being violated. I have a clean track record and I'm experiencing very high levels of crime. So would the European Parliament kindly address the problems that are going on in this country? There have been casualties already against women and children's rights, and my child is still a missing person. The Garda Síochána are fully aware of the ASBOs I'm contending with, and the crimes that they've caused to civil society principles already, that my social reform has brought about the transformation really that's in society. So those that are suffering from identity issues might be careful about how they're using their bodies and their brains for bad business and disrespecting women's rights and putting children's lives at risk, offending me, especially with what their debt and defamation and disrespect is already to their repertoire. So I'm aware of the commodities that are at play. Some people have no values, and look, that's their own cross to carry. But if the Garda Síochána wouldn't mind casting their memories back to events in the past 4 years and the repercussions as a consequence of individuals representing a party politic that still has a debt owing and outstanding and unmet, compounding those problems that they have been of cybercrime and constitutional crime. It's not treason at all. Though they might learn a few things about what they're doing before they trespass upon me or offend me anymore. Those on my farms are really, they're pushing themselves at risk. It's a punishable offence. So the Garda Síochána, if you wouldn't mind contacting me, I'd greatly appreciate it. But even more so, Interpol and the European Parliament, the Labour Party in Tralee and its models might be careful about their limelight conduct and their slander and their hymn sheets and their repertoire and the trash of that, even my rubbish bins. They've been rummaging in my rubbish bins, these culprits of crime against the constitution. It's absolutely disgusting, and I'm astonished that anybody would associate themselves with these people that have no standard or qualification in what they're doing except causing problems in society. So they're after already causing problems. They're suffering obviously from a mental illness of the mind, and they're not able to come to terms with the reality. So they've put children's lives at risk again. And the Garda Síochána have seen the repercussions of them in society. They're ASBOs, that's what they're considered. So anyone associating with ASBOs is putting themselves at risk. Interpol, if you wouldn't mind contacting me, please. My details are on my Twitter page. There are people in my proximity that really need to be removed. I'm Royal Protocol, and I'm of patronage and property in this country and abroad. So the sooner that people are able to work with the reality, there mightn't be so many bad falls, and there have already been falls. People have fallen and they have been crushed, and they have been hurt, and they have been damaged by ASBOs causing crimes against my good name and evading their debts with more dirt. So the sooner that this is able to be addressed properly by adults, those that are working on behalf of the ASBOs in the guise of mental health practitioners or Garda authorities or anything of the sort, you might understand what World Protocol is. And anyone offending my matrimony is putting themselves at high risk. As a married mother, my church is very protective of our vows. So those that are confusing themselves in any status of this situation might do their sums and understand how serious it is to cause offence to my good name, character, reputation. Garda Síochána, you've already seen what's happened. I'd like my child located and ASBOs removed from my proximity, and if there is any more offence against me, the legislation that came from me is not going to be prospering anyone that has offended me, and that is Brexit and that is COVID-19.